Well, what we have decided was that we have been in the house for a couple of years now, and we have, although we painted the walls and stuff in the kitchen, we wanted to do a little bit more to spruce up the kitchen, to give it a little bit more of our own DNA and our own flavors. So there's 4 things that we've decided to do in the kitchen.
So we're going to hang a pot rack above our heads with copper pots, wooden frame. Just keep it simple so the light can shine through and nothing too cluttered. Just real clean. We're going to paint this island, the bottom part of the island, black to make it a little bit more contemporary and stand out a little bit more.
Probably change out the handles, some of the hardware that goes with it. Yeah. And speaking of it, we'll also be changing out this from this door that we really didn't make good use of what goes underneath this door. We've actually made 3 drawers with the new type of soft closing drawers here in the front, because all the other drawers are not very good. And so we'll have 3 different drawers on there.
And the 4 pendant lights that's going to be hung up here with Edison bulbs that just hang down. Just a real simple pendant with the Edison light. So
what we're going to do is we're going to install the pendant lighting hopefully today, maybe wrap up tomorrow if we have to. But we have marked up here, I have these strips of tape that are marking where I believe the joists are located. And so the string that's dropping down here should represent where the pendant lighting will go. This drawing, oh, I really don't like these mechanical pencils. Okay. So now I cut over here, I went to the edge so I could tell that there's a joist right there. And so I just start. What I'll be able to do is stick this up in there. And then these flaps will flap out above the sheetrock. And then you could just screw, this focus is not working well, but you can screw there and tighten it up and get it in there. So we'll have our box to put our pendant in. I took this light out that was the existing light over the sink that we're going to go ahead and connect these other 4 pendant lights to, because there's a switch over there. And I found out that these are not floor trusses that we could easily stick the wires through. They are wood I-beams. So it's a solid OSB board, holes that are going to go between the I-beams, so I can reach this, kind of snake this up in there and be able to bore the hole through this I-beam that will connect to the next pendant. Okay, so I'm having a little trouble snaking the wire because it's going through this hole, but it has to go across this joist right here and all the way over to that hole. So that's my goal. And I'm having trouble getting it over there. So I have this concoction right here where I took a clothes hanger and have taped it to the wire. So I'm gonna try to fish that through the hole. All right, it took a little finagling, but it got it through, and you can see the coat hanger still attached to the wire, but I was able to get it and pull it through and get it to the other side. Okay, well, as you can see, I have, I guess, daisy chain the wires from that one right there all the way down to this one, and then just straight across up until we have the last of the 4 hooked up over. And now I've just taken the wire and connected it to the cord for the pendant light, and we'll tuck it all up inside here, and then these bolts I have attached to here, and this came with the pendant light, and it'll connect to the base of the pendant light. So here is the final product here of our pendant lights.
So we're removing all the cabinet doors to make painting a little easier. We have the rest of them outside in various stages of sanding and first coat and second coat. I think this one's a first coat and the drawer over there is the final coat. So now all we have to do is wax them and put them on.
All right, so the progress continues here with the cabinets and the blacks, the drawers fronts and the door fronts outside, and of course we got to do it inside for the rest of the cabinets. Okay, so here's where we're at with the cabinets. Crystal has painted everything. She's still painting the doors and stuff that are sitting.
There was a big panel here, and it was just all flat, and it just seemed like there wasn't a whole lot of interest going on the end panel. So what we did in order to mimic some of the look of the shaker style on the drawer fronts, we kind of made these look like they were like two big doors here or something. So all I did was just figure out, you know, here's how much the recess is on the doors and drawers that we have in the cabinets, and got something the same thickness here, and then just attached it here.
So while she's working on the cabinets, I've been starting the rack for the. I started notching each of the pieces here, running it perpendicular to the saw and notching them. So that way I have 3 feet in one direction and 2 feet in the other direction, and then they're going to interlock like that. So as you can see, I have the joints here kind of coming together. You see how I have them notched and stuff to be able to fit in there, but I'm also boring holes now for these threaded rods to go in. So to hang the pot rack, I found this cool looking kind of a bronze finish chain that I think would look really good to hang the pot rack. The problem is when you buy any of the hooks and things like that, they're this nice shiny, and of course all the bolts and washers and stuff will be the same way. Well, I didn't want that, so what I found was some metal rubbed oil bronze here, spray paint here, and I've been going through and spray painting each of the pieces to get the same sort of bronze finish that we're going to see on the chain and stuff. I think it's going to look really nice, even some S-hooks and stuff to be able to hold the pots. My rods are just a little bit too long, so I'm going to cut them off so it gives a more finished look, and then I'm just using a hacksaw here to trim it. So I have stained it and wiped it. I really like the color and the way it's turning out. I added a little bit of distressing in there. You can see where it kind of took some chunks out where the stain can kind of hang up a little bit. I have finished staining it, wiped it off. I put a matte clear coat on it, and now we're ready to put in the rods. So I had painted these rods that bronze sort of color on it, and so now I have these holes bored into it, and so I can just slide a bar into there, and it'll stick out. And then I also painted these washers and the nuts that goes on the end, just like that. So what we've done is replaced one of the can lights here with this pendant light that's directly over the sink. And I've taken the joists that are on each side here and put hooks in there, so we should be all ready for the pot rack that I've been working on. I did it correctly. This will come over. There we go. There we go. I'll hang it like this. And this one will get hung like that. And here's the final product. I hung some pots on there, but I think some more decorative pots and pans might be in order.
What we're going to do, and I kind of have one that's already been pre-assembled. This is the big drawer front. It's a very good, what we did is we ordered these online. So ordered dovetailed plywood drawer boxes and these drawer fronts, just to be according to our specifications. So these are all custom made and stuff, just ordered them online. And within, what, 3 or 4 weeks, they arrived at our doorstep, just like this.
So I got this side, these two sides put together. And like that. And I should be able to get to this other side here. So we've taken off the door and the top drawer. One of the things I noticed is this face frame, I'm missing a rail that goes across here. So what I did is I just cut a piece. It's going to be similar in size here. I have a screw in the back, put a little bit of glue on it, and then I'll have to put that in place right like now that I've got the bar in place here. What they had with the package, I have some of these pieces here that that will allow the drawer slide to be able to fit here on the face frame. Just take the drawer here and just slip it on these drawer slides once you get everything in place. And push all the way back. It comes out, and the soft close will just take it and carry it in.
Okay, so it's done. We have put in 4 pendant lights in front. We put 1 pendant light through the middle of the pot rack to add to the lightness surrounding the pot so it won't be so dark. Kel custom made this pot rack, and then we got the copper to go on it too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got these new pots and pans there, more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, they reflect the light with the hammered look. We replaced all the hardware to a more updated, functional style.
There. And we also changed out the color of the from the white to a black, so we sanded it down, refinished it, put a clear coat on it, and at the same time we decided to change this out from being a drawer and a big door to having 3 drawers and upgrading to a plywood dovetail construction with a heavy-duty drawer slide that's a soft closing, and then also added a little bit of interest to the end panels, which we'll show in a second. Here we see the finished panel dovetail construction, the soft closing drawer slide. Here you can see a little bit of the end panels and how we kind of framed them out, so to match the style of the doors and drawers. See this other side of the island. We have it, and then we have up above, we have the pot rack. With the lighting that we have there. You can see the lighting where we had to get that installed. And down around this side, you see we have the same sort of frame look on the end panel here, which is a plain end panel before. Around the post. And that's what the pot rack looks like from this side with the lights on.